Hello, welcome to a quick snippet of impersonal verbs and how they work with dative nouns for the purpose of the National Latin exam. There are two impersonal verbs you need to know for the National Latin exam. The first one is licet. It means it is allowed. Notice you'll remember licet because the first three letters, L-I-C, are the same as the first three letters of the word license, as in driver's license. Licet means it's allowed because that's where we get the word for license. Somebody who has one is allowed to do something. Specifically, it is allowed for a dative to do the infinitive in the sentence. Let's look at our first example. Viva mortuis non licebat discipulos consumere. Here we have our verb of being allowed. It is not allowed for the dative, for the zombies, to do the infinitive, consumere discipulos. It was not allowed for the zombies to eat the students. Next example. Discipulis licet magistram laudare. Look, it is allowed for the students to praise the teacher. Again, we have a dative with the impersonal verb here. Magistri licuit discipulos salutare. It was allowed for the dative, for the teacher, to greet the students. Again, we have an impersonal verb with a dative showing who's allowed to do something. The second impersonal verb you need to know for the National Latin exam is placet, and that means it is pleasing. Placet is actually the root of the English word to please. It always works this way. It is pleasing to or for the dative to do the infinitive. Example 1. Viva mortuis placet discipulos consumere. Here is our impersonal verb. It is pleasing for the dative, for the zombies, to eat the students. Second example. Discipulis placebat viva mortuos necare. It was pleasing for the dative, for the students, to do the infinitive, to kill the zombies. Take that, zombies. This is also where we get the questions. Placetne tibi? Does it please you? Do you like it? Mihi placet. That's one way of saying it is pleasing to me, or more casually, I like it. Here's a sample question from an old National Latin exam. Hoc novum concilium mihi placet. Right away we see placet. Hopefully you remember that's where we get the English word pleasing. Which one here shows that somebody is pleased? I like. There it is. I like, because mihi placet is the same as I like. Example 2. Liberis ire ad mare licebat. Hopefully you recognize that L-I-C in licebat means the same thing as license, so it is allowed, or it was allowed because it's imperfect tense here. And that's why C is the correct answer. It was allowed for the children to go to the ocean. In summary, you just need to remember those two impersonal verbs for the National Latin exam, licebat and placet.